Hi, I'm Matthew Gibson. I'm an interventional radiologist and I work in Reading, and I've been a consultant there for nearly 30 years. I was in Tanzania a week ago now, and I've been there for a couple of weeks, and I went with a charity called Road2IR. Road2IR is a charity predominantly American, and it has the aim of bringing interventional radiology to resource-poor countries of the world, particularly in East Africa. And so it was started a few years ago when an interventional radiologist was in Tanzania and realized there was potential, because at that point there was no interventional radiologists in Tanzania, as indeed there aren't in many countries in that part of the world. And a program was started to train interventional radiologists. And so that is supported by interventional radiologists from around the world going round every other fortnight to teach. I'd always wanted to do charity work. That's always been an aim, but interventional radiology really doesn't lend itself to that because of the high-tech nature of it. However, when I went to last year's BSIR annual scientific meeting, I saw Benham, who's another UKIR, talking about it in the global session, and a light bulb moment came on for me. So this is just the thing I've been waiting for. So I'd heard about it at the BSIR meeting. It was quite intense. So there's a lot of operating. So there's fellows to teach. There were sort of 6 fellows, and so we did lots of procedures together, and they were a mix of procedures, and sometimes they were difficult, in which case I would do most of it and they would be assisting, or if it was something that they could do safely, they would do it and I would assist them. And so it's sort of this apprentice type model. And then I did some clinic visits with them, and we also I lectured to them every day as well. I prepared some talks, and so actually that was great. It was fantastic to spend time with those really sort of motivated fellows who want to be IRs. I suppose not being able to speak to patients, because not very few of them spoke English, and I don't speak much Swahili, so that was kind of difficult. You couldn't get a rapport with patients very easily. A lot of the patients are very sick, presented very late with very advanced disease, so that was upsetting. There were technical issues, so there was a lot of equipment that you would take for granted that wasn't available, so you had to be very flexible in finding solutions and using stuff that maybe you wouldn't have used back in the UK. For several reasons. As I said, I've always wanted to do charity work. I find that almost a duty that we should, for people who are given a lot, because of the luck of where I was born and my background and the educational opportunities I had, I've had a lot of advantages in my life, and always wanted to give some of that back. So that's the main motivation. And also it's nice to do something rewarding, fulfilling, and it's a bit different. It opens your mind a bit. You can go to work 9 to 5 every day, or most interventionalists work longer than that and do a lot of on call. But it's out of the ordinary as well. Yeah, I would intend to go back next year. Yeah, it's a good way to spend 2 weeks. Yeah, no, I'd definitely go back. That's what I really want to do, because actually, although it's an American charity, Tanzania has strong links with the United Kingdom, and relatively few UKIRs have been. So I would really strongly encourage anyone to go there, of whatever stage actually. And they like people from medical students to trainees to consultants to experienced consultants at the end of their career. Anyone really can usefully contribute, and I think if you went there, you wouldn't regret it. Actually, I think you'd find it a mind expanding experience. If people are interested, there's a website and an Instagram feed, and it is Road2IR. It's ROAD number 2 IR, and that contains some useful information. And of course, always free to contact me if you're thinking of doing it, and I can give you more details.